I'm Austin.
Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm Damien.
And we're Teens Talk Hockey.
Fans watching it right now. Quick whisper. Look at the effort of not just getting right in feet of on the arm. Goes. Ovechkin trying to drag it through.
Hello, Teens Talk Hockey fans. Today we're going to be talking about the Winnipeg Jets. This is our final team preview. So sad.
But we're going to have the big prediction after.
Oh yeah, that's still coming.
Oh
Big
yeah.
thing.
Get ready, fans.
And then when the
because
season actually starts, then we.
Imagine how many takes it's going to take.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that video's gonna be horrendous. But
Anyways,
anyways,
it's going to be our most professional video.
yeah, Winnipeg missed the playoffs this season, so
Yeah, disappointing. They were fighting for a playoff spot, but
Too
didn't get
much
through.
to talk
hate
about.
talking about non-playoff teams. There's not much to talk about. But
No,
anyway,
but hey, there's a lot of questions going for them, right?
yes, yeah, there is.
So that makes our episode more useful.
Yeah, well, we'll cover that later in the video.
Because every team has use for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on with this. Let's get on the show on the road.
Winnipeg's coming to you.
Yeah.
The Winnipeg Jets were out by 8 points this season. It wasn't a too great season.
No, it wasn't. They didn't have a very good year this year.
It was a rather disappointing season. It was their first year, and they moved from Atlanta to Winnipeg, so it could be a big change for the Atlanta players.
Their offense was alright. Their offense was ranked 14, so it was really average. But their defense was just horrendous.
It was
just
26.
It was just atrocious.
It was. They had good defensemen.
I know they had Bogosian and Bufflin back there, but
Yeah, but it wasn't good enough.
no, it certainly wasn't.
They need to get another guy, and that other
Oh, yeah,
guy
they
I think
felt
is Jacob True.
Yeah, that they drafted an
I-
excellent defenseman.
Yeah, I think in a couple of years when he starts playing for the team, like he might come up, play a couple of games, but he needs a little bit more time to develop. But once he's developed,
Yes, some NHL team. Once he's developed, he'll be a force.
yes, he will, and that will definitely help.
He's
the team
got
in
a
few
big
years.
shot. He's a good defender.
Yes, he is a very good defender.
He's not that flashy. He's like offensively skilled.
Yeah,
with
but
hands and
he's
stuff,
got
but
a good defensive mind.
he's a smart player. He's
Yes,
a smart,
he
He's a
is,
smart.
and that's I think in a couple of years that'll make a pretty big impact on the team, and I think that was a really good pick for there.
Also, another bright spot this season was the progression of Evander Kane.
Yes, Evander Kane had like 30 goals this season.
Yeah, he went to 30 goals and 57 points this season from the 19 goals and 43 points he had the year before.
Yeah, it wasn't too much before. It was good, but he really progressed.
Oh yeah, and Damien will talk a little more about him later in this episode. So you got to hear more Evander Kane Winnipeg fans. Oh yeah, let's go over to Damien.
First year as the Winnipeg Jets, and they did not make the playoffs when there are 8 points out of the regular season. They still need better players to make this team successful, and they're the out team looking in.
Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets did have an unsuccessful season.
Yeah, it wasn't anything great or impressive at all.
No,
But at least they got their team back in Canada.
yeah, I guess another Canadian team's always good.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think the fan base is totally better in Winnipeg than it was in Atlanta.
Oh,
without
no
a doubt, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Even the Atlanta Flames couldn't stay.
Yeah, now they're Calgary. Atlanta's given 2 teams to count them now.
Thank you, Atlanta.
Hey, Gary Bettman, put another team in Atlanta so we can put another one in we can put it like a team in Hamilton
Quebec.
now.
Quebec.
Back to the Northeast.
Quebec. Yeah. It's like a new team in Atlanta called the Atlanta Punchers. Moves to Quebec, the new Quebec Nordiques. But anyway, yeah, I think the only real thing I remember from the season from them is aside from having the great story moving to Winnipeg was that 9-8 game against Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, it was so high scoring. It's
17 goals in a game.
I know, it was ridiculous. I was watching the highlights, I'm like, whoa. I mean, it was stupid. I think Winnipeg had 3-1 lead after the first period, and then it was 6-2. Winnipeg was up 6-2 late in the second, and Philadelphia got 2 back, so 6-4 going to the third. And then they got 3 in a row, and Philadelphia came back from 6-2 down to 7-6, and then Winnipeg went ahead 8-7, and then it was tied. Philadelphia tied at 8, and then Winnipeg got 9-8 goal. I was like,
We also had a 9-8 game, right?
I know.
Stupid Elliott.
Oh,
Terrible goalie.
Whatever.
Anyways,
He's a much better goalie now.
he is.
Still-
But anyways,
Still awesome.
that game is great for every player except the goalies.
Yes. Remember Briscoe's the forwards did everything they could. They scored 8 goals. I don't know what I was doing. I was just hanging out in the forest. Anyway, let's get on with these favorite players, eh?
Favorite
Best-
players are next. Well,
best
actually, since there's not really good players on our team, best
They
players.
have a lot of second line players.
Best
Yeah.
players are next, apparently.
I guess.
Yeah. Big Buff, aka Dustin Byfuglien, he weighs 265 pounds after he visited the buffet. But enough fat jokes. He's actually a really good defenseman, and he's really actually one of their team's best players. He's got a big shot, and he is really good at what he does.
The Winnipeg Jets have a couple good players. One of those good players is Blake Wheeler. He scored 17 goals and had 64 points this season. Pretty good. He's probably best known for being a great playmaker, but he can also score goals as well. He was also the 5th overall pick in 2004. That's a testament to his skill. It was a good choice by Phoenix, but they traded him away. Now he's playing with Winnipeg, and he's still a good player. But he's definitely not good enough to be a 5th overall pick. But he's still a good player.
Evander Kane was the team's best player, scoring 30 goals for 57 points. This is good numbers for a non-playoff team. He would have been better if he had better players to play for. He's a goal scorer just like me.
Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets do have a couple good players.
Yeah, they
Like
do.
Evander Kane.
Yeah, and Dustin Byfuglien
And soon to be Jacob Trouba.
Blake Wheeler. We also didn't talk about players like Nick Yakupov. Not Nick Yakupov. No. Nick Antropov. No, we're not making Edmonton references here.
Go Oilers!
Yay! Also, like he's another good one they have. Kyle Weller had a good year too.
Yep.
And Zach Bogosian.
But, like, there's not many players that they have that actually score over, like, 20 points.
I think the only true first-line player they have is Dustin Byfuglien.
Yeah.
And
I
Evander
think so.
Kane, do you think?
I wouldn't call him a true first-liner yet. He's probably more of a second-line
Why
team.
not? He's a goal scorer
But
just like me.
I'm talking like on a team like that's a contender. Or would he be a first-line on a contender team?
Okay.
I was
Would you
thinking
say
of
Evander
Patrick
Kane
Kane.
anchors the first line?
Yeah, Patrick Kane. Yeah, Patrick Kane's easily it. But that's Chicago.
Yeah. Would you think he'll trade to a non-playoff team?
What? Well, never mind. Okay, anyway, let's get on with some questions now.
Questions are next.
When Jacob Trouba joins the team officially, like, starts playing for them, will he have a big enough impact on the team defensively to push up their spot and be able to, like, have an actual good defense and be able to make the playoffs?
My question is, can Evander Kane develop more as a player to push his team to a playoff spot for next year?
The Winnipeg Jets have an alright goalie in Andre Pavlik. He's not a great goalie. I wouldn't consider him like a number one starter, but yeah, he's alright. Yeah, he's iffy. But my question is, will he have that consistency that the good teams goalies have? Like, you know, like number one goalies like Mika Kiprusoff and Roberto Luongo, well, not necessarily Roberto Luongo, but Mika Kiprusoff, Jonathan Quick, they're all really consistent goaltenders. Will Andre Pavlik be consistent enough to push this team to a playoff spot? I don't think so. Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets do have a couple questions going for them. You know.
It's all, will this player help them make the playoffs?
Who's this player?
Who's that player? Who's that?
Is that a mystery player?
Oh, jeez. Joke's a term. Yeah, Andre Pavlik, Jacob Trouba, Evander Kane, we're all hoping they'll do well.
And Byfuglien. Well, Byfuglien.
But Byfuglien's consistent.
Do you think that Byfuglien will take less trips to the buffet so he can be a better player?
That was really bad.
Anyways, with all these questions going forward about will they help them make the playoffs, where do you guys see them actually sitting next year?
For predictions,
Yeah.
I see them fighting for a playoff spot, but not good enough. I see them at around 9th or 11th, between those two.
Alright, you go.
I could see them possibly pushing that playoff spot, only 8th seed, not 7th. 8th through 11th.
I don't even have them really there. I'm gonna say 11th through 13th. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. No, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I don't think their team's that
But
good.
what'd you say though? But you're actually saying they're that bad of a team for their.
Well, they're not.
Because 13 is brutal.
They're a really average team. They're really
But
average.
13 is not average.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like teams that are just a little bit better than the West
All right.
or Eastern Conference.
But if they're moving to the West, then
if I move to the West, probably about 11th.
okay.
Oh, if they move to the West, they're most likely.
Yeah, but that probably won't happen this year.
All right, folks. Next episode is the big prediction. So, drum roll. Ole.
It probably wouldn't even be that exciting. Anyway, big prediction episode.
We'll be dressing up in dress clothes, so we'll look our very dressed.
Well, if
best.
Well, if we remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on with the next thing, and now there is no next thing. There's roll advertisement.